It's time for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
I'm Monika Gul, and this is City Beat. Joining me today is Mayor Dennis Fenske. Welcome to the studio.
Good morning.
If you have a question for the mayor, call us at 677-8181 or email us at CHTM@arcticradio.ca. To start things off, what's been happening?
Well, I'd just like to start with a safety share for the community at large. We're seeing lots of water breaks around town, heavy equipment. We've got, Ashley Valley has a large one on Brentwood Road. Brentwood Road's closed at this point at the lights intersection of Mystery Lake and Brentwood Road. And so we've got a couple of digs to do as well, so be aware of the large equipment, and especially in the evening time once the workers are done, the barricades are still up, so be aware of the barricades as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, on that note, actually, we had a question from a listener before the show started, and he's inquiring about the water break on Cree Road that's been there for a few weeks. He wants to know what's costing the city and how much water has been wasted through that water break.
Well, it's a matter of efficiencies. Right now, we have a water main renewal program that will be starting in about 3 weeks. And so to make that dig, which is also a complicated dig because there's MTS fiber optic lines just below, so you have to do what's called a soft dig. So to execute that dig, it would be around $30,000 to repair that right now. And then 3 weeks from now, we would dig it up and replace the water main. So what's happening is we're working closely with the business because the business operator has refrigeration that requires water. So we're working closely with the owner to ensure that water is ongoing there. Unfortunately, at this time, we have to let the existing water that's going through the break go to waste. But it's a matter of do you spend $30,000 now, dig it up, repair it, and then 3 weeks later dig it up again because you're replacing the whole line. So decision has been made in consultation with the owner of the business to let it run for now, and we'll replace the whole water main on Cree Road in about 3 weeks.
Okay. Now, you were at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities conference last week. Tell us how that went.
Excellent. It was a great conference, great opportunity to network with municipal politicians across Canada. Councillor Blake Ellis, Councillor Kathy Valentino, and CAO Gary Septelli also attended. Edmonton put on a great show, hosted over 2,000 delegates for 4 days, and some great speakers in regards to, we got to hear from Justin Trudeau, from Mr. Mulcair, and from Ms. May from the Green Party. We also got to hear from the Finance Minister, and there were a number of workshops and study tours in and around Edmonton. And also, we're lucky enough to attend the Canada-China FIFA soccer game. 53,000 people, so it was an excellent opportunity to see that great event in that great city. And unfortunately, the weekend, which was such a high for everyone, ended on such a low note with the shooting of the police officer in the city of Edmonton. So our condolences go out to the city of Edmonton and the public safety officers and city police that put their life on the line every day. And we certainly appreciate our own RCMP forces and emergency response people here locally as they do their day-to-day work in sometimes a very dangerous situation.
For sure. Is there anything that you took away from the conference that is in particular interest to Thompson or the North?
Yeah, there was some really good interaction with communities across Canada with similar scenarios as ours in regards to economic development, sustainability issues. Some of the issues that we're facing, many other communities are facing the same thing or have previously faced them. We had a good discussion with the mayor of Slave Lake that went through the big forest fire and the devastation in that city. Out of that came what was called a friendship accord, similar to our Aboriginal Accord, that worked with the First Nation and the community and the surrounding territory to redevelop that community that was heavily damaged in the forest fires. And so it spoke well of the city of Thompson and the Aboriginal Accord and the partnerships that we already have in place for our community and surrounding regions. So that was I guess a confirmation of the work that's being done here is good work, and it's similar to other work that's been done across Canada.
Okay. Now, last night the city hosted a public open house where the water treatment plant transfer from Valley to the city was discussed. How do you think it went? What did you think of what residents had to say?
I think there were some really good questions in regards to the intricacies of the transfer. I think Laura Pollock, on behalf of Valet, spoke well in regarding to explaining the situation at Valet and the process. And then we, from the city of Thompson, provided our perspective. There was good interaction with the questions. Unfortunately, there wasn't a large turnout. I think there was probably about between 15 and 20. So the upside of that, we're going to have another one, and that's next Wednesday, 7 o'clock at the St. Joe's Hall, and we would encourage everyone to come out. And we have a question and answer handout that we can provide people. We have a slideshow that will go through the operation of the water treatment plant, and there is ample opportunity for question and answer as we had last night. So overall, I think a good experience. We took away some questions that we will be providing more answers to at the next open house. And I would ask that those that are concerned come out and ask the questions, hear the answers, so we can move this forward.
Yeah, for sure. Quick reminder to listeners, if you have a question for Mayor Dennis Fenske, give us a call at 677-8181 or email CHTM@arcticradio.ca. Now, a resolution was passed on Monday, which supports everyone being able to live a healthy environment initiative. It's been passed in other municipalities across Canada, and it was brought forward by students from Juniper School, actually. Did you want to talk about why Council decided it was important to bring forward?
Well, I think it's just the right thing to do, and it's nice to see initiatives brought forward by the youth of our community. And it's a no-nonsense, straightforward, healthy lifestyle, healthy living movement, and I think that one the community can buy into, one the council can buy into, and therefore that was why we supported it. And again, it's always nice when the youth of the committee or youth of the community come forward with initiatives like this, and we can support them.
Mm-hmm. Are there plans to take action through the resolution, make specific steps or events through it?
Actually, we do have some steps already in place, and I'll speak to our healthy initiative in regards to concession operation at the TRCC in regards to healthy food being provided. Other initiatives will be developed as we move forward, but again, it's a good initiative, one that makes sense, and one that our community will certainly buy into.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Community Safety Officer program is to launch in the next few days. Does this mean training is almost complete?
Actually, you're right. It is complete as of tomorrow. We will have a celebration, graduation, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at City Hall, where the 8 graduates will be presented with their certificates, and they'll be on patrol as of Monday morning. We're looking forward to that. It's been a long time coming, and as I've mentioned before, it's part of the overall downtown strategy. It's not the be-all and end-all, but it's one portion of that. And so we are looking forward to working with our CSOs, the RCMP, and our other partners in the downtown area, and social agencies, the Shelter and Canadian Mental Health, BRH, or Norman Regional Health, to ensure that those that are most vulnerable in our community have the accessibility to programs and things that can help them in their life choices, and move forward in making it a positive impact to the city of Thompson.
Mm-hmm. Now, Nickel Days is next weekend, big event. How are plans for the weekend going?
I understand through the committee that they're being well progressed. It's the annual event. Tom Cochran is headlining the Saturday evening dance concert, so that's always a big event, usually sold out. All we can do is hope for the weather to be there as well. And as I said, it's probably between, I believe the numbers I've heard in the past was anywhere from 6,000 to 10,000 people going through from the community and the outlying area. So it's a big weekend all the way around. Just to again go back from a safety perspective, we're going to have a lot of people in and around our community who may be walking or biking around the community. So be aware, pedestrian-wise. There will be traffic issues in relation to the TRCC. So parking may be at a premium. So when you can use the transit or bike or walk to the facility, but just be aware of a lot of foot traffic around that area for the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm. And on the note of parking, I know for hometown hockey, public transportation was free during the weekend. Is this something council would consider doing for Nickel Days?
I don't know that we've been requested for that. We'd probably certainly look at it, but to this date, I'm not aware of that request.
Okay. And also another question that we had from a listener that was submitted previously. They're wondering what's happening for National Aboriginal Day and for July 1st, Canada Day.
Both events are in the planning stages. There's committees struck for both sides, and obviously June 21st at National Aboriginal Day, July 1st Canada Day, and those events will be held at City Hall with an additional portion of the National Aboriginal Day, I believe, held at I'm going to say the MMF Center. I could be corrected on that, but I know there's an off-site activity outside the Mulcahy Park area on that day as well.
Okay, will the city provide more information on their website by any chance?
Yes, you can contact City of Thompson through the website at thompson.ca, and I'm sure we can put you in contact with correct people.
Okay. Now, before we wrap up, was there anything you wanted to mention?
Just again, going back to the safety aspect, not only in and around the community, but also the weather's been good. I've noticed a lot of boats and trailers heading out to the lake, so lake safety is always paramount. Kids should be in swimming lessons. We're surrounded by water, and kids need to be able to get themselves out of trouble, as adults do as well. But from that perspective, wear your safety vests and safety life preservers when you're on the water, and just work to enjoy the weekends that we have, and the summers that we have. They're short, but in the same sense, enjoy them safely.
For sure. Well, that's this edition of City Beat. Join us next Thursday around 11:30 for more on what's happening around the city and City Hall. For 102.9 CHTM, I'm Monika Gul.
City